Hello, welcome in. How are you? Welcome back. If you're new, subscribe. I'd love to have you. I am Elizabeth, True to It Connections. And here we have a pick a card after that beautiful full moon. So I'm using Black Moon Astrology. And I do want you to know over this coming weekend, this will be valid whenever you see the reading. But this one transit, I want you to understand Mars is squaring Saturn. Saturn is still running around with Neptune. There's a lot of talk about what's real and what's fake globally, in the news, in the media, and perhaps in your life. So everything we talk about in this reading, which I'll go pretty quick, card 1, card 2, card 3, I think we'll clarify a little bit, but we're gonna look at it. We're gonna take our rose-colored glasses off and understand the choices that you make at the end of this year are gonna have consequences in 2026, good or bad. And the best thing you can do right now is go with the flow of the energy. Don't fight. Be careful what you say, and keep people on a need to know basis. Mars versus Saturn, and think about what are you willing to put the work in for 2026. And it's a really good time to start journaling and making your plans. So check out Reignite Mind, Body, and Soul on Amazon. Now let's get going. Group 1, Venus, love. Venus is in an interesting astrological aspect. So many of you may think, my relationships have not been that great lately. Should I stay or should I go? Is a very significant energy right now. A lot of breakups, a lot of divorce, a lot of heading towards divorce. So really stop a minute. Be careful what you say. Be careful of your thoughts. Think positively. Say positive things about yourself. Whatever you're doing in love and in this relationship, you're just as important. Don't forget your personal boundaries and your strength. This is about your home, your 4th house in astrology, your intuition, your connection with ancestral lines and patterns and behaviors. Are we going to keep doing it? Are we going to keep repeating the cycle? And whatever you may be looking for answers today. Some of you, on the good side, this is love and nurturing and money and abundance and fertility. So it's a beautiful sign for you. But make sure that the things you're going for are really, really, really what you want. And with that being said, let's pull a clarifying card for group 1. Joy of life, joy to live, Paulina Cassidy, 6 of Cups. So you got to bring a lot of balance to your life, your daily life. Don't change things so dramatically that you don't recognize things anymore. We're going through so many big changes that we haven't felt in our lifetime in 6,000, 12,000 years. Unprecedented. So bring a lot of balance, particularly to your emotions. And if you're living in the gap, just go with the flow. Water energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We still have Mercury in Scorpio, Jupiter retrograding in Cancer. Big energy, big thoughts, big emotions. So let's balance it out and understand what you really need in that relationship. Are you really ready to let it go? Are you really gonna draw that line in the sand? That's a good question to ask yourself, and give yourself a little time as we move through the rest of the month. And again, if you're not familiar with astrology, look up what it means to have a Mars square Saturn in the universe. It's a little difficult. You're going to have to put the work in to the relationship or to being alone. But you got to find balance within yourself and the emotions to move forward and Also, keep your expectations in check. Okay? Don't overthink things and don't expect miracles. All right? Baby steps. Let's look at card 2. Cancerian energy. How interesting. I feel. And with Jupiter in Cancer, moving soon into Leo, you've really been feeling the emotions. Whether you're Cancerian or not, it's in your chart. There's a lot of emotion going on here. And I want you to understand you too need to balance those emotions. Don't react with harsh words. Don't be so hard on yourself. Keep your boundaries up. Wait for divine timing. Okay, don't push anything, no matter how emotional you feel right now. That would just go with the flow. Trust the universe. It's throwing curveballs. I get it, but I think you're meant to catch one. And those of you who pick 2, it's your moods are all over the place, and it's okay. I think a lot of us feel that way, a lot like the moon. Just every day we're going through this, and we just went through this very inflated full moon, right? That really, really pushed out a lot of emotions. So just settle, use the next few days to think about things, don't overthink, and don't overshare. Communicate, but don't overshare. And these are times where you probably want to hide and withdraw from hurt and pain. And this pain under these circumstances with Saturn and Neptune together, it can be real pain, it can be imaginary or imagined pain or triggered pain from long ago. And just take a little time in solitude to get your strength back and shine this time, this energy on what is holding you back, and that should help. And if you're asking a timing question, divinely timed. This is a 16 card. You also need to let go of toxic patterns and behaviors around the home, around the family. And what do we have here? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So many of you are up in your feels about people you work with, people you've been in business with, people, even close to you. This is about money and cooperation and teamwork, and it's not happening. And it really has you up in your feels. So it's time for a plan B. But again, give yourself some time to really stop and think and understand what goals did you achieve in 2025? What were the hiccups? What is left still to achieve, and how can you change your daily routines and habits to make that happen? And start focusing on those goals for 2026, because Saturn is really going to ask you to put the work in. Put the work in, and you will find this abundance. You will find a new team and support system. So again, you may need to calm your mind and heart over this situation. You may have lost a job too, but everything's changing. I believe you were meant to have a new job, a new support system, a lot of new things that bring you abundance, but it's going to take a hot minute to figure out what that is. So be kind and patient with yourself. All right, let's look at 3. Aquarius, I know. I feel like I got these cards before. Pluto and Aquarius, and new to us. And there is a lot with that Mars square Saturn coming up, as you see this video, where we do know. I know. You don't know. I know. I know how to do the work. You don't know what you're doing. A lot of feistiness, a lot of words being said. And whether it's in work or relationships or friendships, just remember your empathy, remember your humanity. Mars can make us fiery and spicy and want to fight, and this is not a time for that. Take what you know, because you do know, right, Aquarius? Group 3, you do know, but need to know basis on how you share this information with people that you're working with, that you're in relationships with. You're keeping some secrets. It's okay. I get it. Need to know basis with other people. And in that way, you'll be sharing less because there is a sense of needing to disconnect and kind of protect what you want and what you need. It's a time to also think about changing up things where you welcome in new ways of doing things, new tech, new apps, new cutting edge people that are thinking the way you are. You might be bored with your situation and trying to tell everybody how to move forward. You know, you are a leader, but you're kind of stomping on people, if you don't mind me saying. So those who you want to be with people who challenge what you believe to be true so that you can make sense of what's real and what's fake, because I know you feel it down in your gut. So I think some outside unbiased opinions would help you at this time. And you're likely mastering something new and untried. Card 3, group 3, which will lead you to some good success and bigger things. And I know you know, it's just the people around you are tired of you saying, I know better. Justice, yeah. So for you, Aquarian, bring in a little bit more balance, empathy. Think of that Libra energy. Let's bring some balance to your relationships, in groups, in the home, in your family. And also, those of you who are going it alone, who have disconnected, perhaps because of legal issues, divorce, breakups, job losses, try not to, again, overthink, try not to be angry, and try not to have huge expectations. But I would come up with a plan B, you know, think outside the box as far as the legal issues, job issues, and even legal issues. You need a plan B. Let's not try to escape those. Solid plans. Got to put the work in and be an advocate for yourself. Speak your truth, because I know you know. Just be more diplomatic about it, and that will go a long way to helping you. All right, and for everybody who stayed to the end, drop a moon in the comments. That would be really cool. Signal to me that you're here, you're listening. Any comment would be great. And I pulled numerology, as you see, and this is very important for 1, 2, and 3. No matter who you're dealing with, what situation, or maybe it's just you. Do not let pride get in your way. Full moon. This happens to be in Leo, but this is very important with the Mars square Saturn energy. Again, there's a lot of anger and fighting out there. Let's not absorb it. Reflect the light, illuminate ways to handle things, speak your truth, be an advocate, but also bring in that empathy and strength, but be humble. All right, much love. I hope this helps.